Hey everyone, this is Mr. K, and today we're going to go over converting radians to degree measures and degrees to radians. So what I have up at the top here is that's like the equivalence. So I know that 180 degrees is equal to pi radians. If you want a video on why that is, let me know, and I'd be happy to help you out with that. Otherwise, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 pi over 5 radians, and I'm going to convert that into degrees. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is I need to get rid of my unit of radians, and this is using like dimensional analysis, so if you've been in a chemistry class, where in order to get rid of this unit, just like in math, whenever you have like the same thing on the top and on the bottom of a fraction, it'll like cancel out and it'll go away. So I'm going to do the same thing here, where I want to get rid of my unit of radians. And so if I do put this pi radians in the bottom, I can cancel it out. But the problem is that not only do I want to cancel that unit out, I also want a unit of degrees. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put what this is equal to in the numerator. So I want to put up in the top here 180 degrees, so that now when I multiply all this out, I see I'm going to be left with a unit of degrees, which is what I want. Something else nice happens, and typically this will happen because most radian measures are going to be in terms of pi, and so not only do the unit radians cancel out, but the pi's also cancel out. And now it's just a matter of, can you type this into a calculator? So it'll be 3/5 times 180. Really, the order doesn't matter since it's all multiplication and division anyway, so you could do 3 times 180 divided by 5. You could do 180 divided by 5 times 3. Regardless, if I get my calculator here, I can type in 3 times 180 divided by 5, and you should get a final answer of 108 degrees. So 3 pi over 5 is equal to 108 degrees. We can do one more example here. Let's say that I had 10 pi over 3. It'll always work out this way, where the unit you have here is radians. You want to get rid of radians, so that pi is going to go on the bottom. And then 180 degrees will go on the top. Those will cancel out. Same thing with your pi's. And so then you'd be left with 10 times 180 divided by 3. So we'll bring back the calculator here. 10 times 180 divided by 3. And you should get 600 degrees. So 10 pi over 3, or 10/3 pi radians, is equal to 600 degrees. And then it's just the reverse. If you want to go backwards, you do the opposite thing. So let's say that I had 450 degrees, and I wanted to convert that into radians. So I'm going to still do the same thing here, only now degrees is the unit that I want to get rid of. So I'm going to put the 180 degrees in the denominator, but then you can't just have this here, you need its equivalent up on the top. So I'm going to put pi radians up here, and so now those degree units would cancel out. And now I call it the Thanksgiving rule, is that typically you want to save your pi for the end, because most of the time you're going to want to just leave your answer in terms of pi. So what I'll do is on my calculator, I'm going to type in 450 divided by 180, and that'll get me a decimal. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take that decimal, I'm going to convert it into a fraction. So to do so, most graphing calculators, like most TI calculators, will have this, where you just press math, and then you press enter twice, and it'll take your answer and convert it into a fraction. So you can see here, I know it's a little hard to see, you get an answer of 5/2. And so now I'm going to write this out as 5/2. But now don't forget about your pi. So that's where we're going to save the pi for the end. So this will really be 5 pi over 2 radians, and that's going to be our conversion. And then you can do that with any degree measure. We'll do one more example. Let's say I had negative, and the negative really won't affect anything. Let's say I had negative 980 degrees. So same thing, set it up. The unit you want to get rid of goes in the denominator. The unit that you want goes in your numerator. my degrees would cancel out, and now it's just, can I take these, divide them, and convert it to a fraction? So negative 980 divided by 180, and then I'll math, enter, enter, and I get negative 49 ninths. So this will be negative 49 pi over 9, and that's it. And that's how you can use your calculator and the 180 degrees is equal to pi radians to help you convert from radians to degrees and degrees to radians. Thanks, and have a great day.